Question 1. You are a project manager working on a project to market a new product. The deliverables of the project have been established, and the project work has begun. A contract to deliver the deliverables has been signed. The customer who has signed the contract has telephoned you to request additional work to be done on the project. This work will affect the budget but not the schedule of the project. This project has a high priority with your company. What should you do next? Do what the customer asks you to do and add the additional requirements to the original contract. Refuse the request and send a memo to your management explaining the situation. Respond to the customer's request by explaining the change procedure and asking that he or she submit a request for change. Arrange to meet with the project team to discuss this change. Answer C is the correct choice. Respond to the customer's request by explaining the change procedure and asking that he or she submit a request for change. Question 2. You are the project manager for a high visibility project. The margin on this project is low, and it is extremely important that the cost estimates for the work on the project be accurate. While reviewing the cost estimates for this project, you notice that one of the cost estimates for an element in the WBS is 10% higher than the two previous projects for very similar work. What should you do? Accept the estimate because you trust all of the people on your project team and they are responsible for estimates. Reduce the estimate and add the additional budget to the management reserve. Ask the person responsible for the estimate to explain the difference and bring supporting information to you. Reduce the estimate and add the additional budget to the contingency reserve. Answer C is the correct choice. Ask the person responsible for the estimate to explain the difference and bring supporting information to you. Question 3. You are managing a project in a foreign country. In this country, there is a normal practice for business people to exchange gifts when very large contracts, such as the one you are working on, are signed. The gift is of a greater value than your company's policy for gift exchange will allow. You have given a gift of similar value to the customer's representative already. What should you do? Take the gift, contact your company's management and seek for assistance, refuse the gift graciously, explaining your company's policy, ask the customer representative to give the gift to your manager. Answer B is the correct choice. Contact your company's management and seek for assistance. Question 4. You are the manager of a research group that is developing a new chemical material. You hire a person from a competing company who has a great deal of expertise in this area. The person contributes greatly to the progress of your project. During conversation with the person, you determine that many of this person's ideas were developed by the competing company. What do you do? Tell the person that he or she should not mention that the ideas came from another company. Sign a non-disclosure agreement with this person before he or she leaves your company. Accept the new ideas. Investigate the employee for security reasons. Answer C is the correct choice. Question 5. You are managing a project that is in process. A large and unexpected problem occurs that will cause a delay in the schedule in excess of the contingency schedule for the project. What should you do? Look at other tasks in the schedule and see which ones should be reduced to allow time for this problem to be worked. Reduce testing on the completed tasks. Require mandatory overtime for the project team. Speak to the stakeholders about getting additional time and budget for the project. Answer A is a correct choice. Look at other tasks in the schedule and see which ones should be reduced to allow time for this problem to be worked. Question 6. You are the project manager for a large project. Some members of the project team have come to you and asked that they be permitted to work on a flexible schedule. Some of the other team members feel that it is important that all team members be on site at all times unless they are absent for business reasons. What should you do? Turn down the request for flexible time schedules. Accept the request for flexible time schedules. Arrange a meeting of the project team members and allow them to decide. Discuss this problem with your manager and act on the results of the meeting. Answer C is a correct choice. Arrange a meeting of the project team members and allow them to decide. Question 7. You are the project manager for a project that has high visibility. Your manager wants you to prepare a presentation for him to present at a conference. Most of the material in the presentation will be facts that are the results of your project. Your manager intends to present the material under his own name. Your name will not appear. What should you do? Refuse to work on the presentation unless you are listed as a co-author. Do the work as you were told by your manager. Present your own presentation. Meet with your manager's manager and discuss the problem. Answer A is the correct choice. Refuse to work on the presentation unless you are listed as a co-author. Question 8. You are managing a project and the customer's engineer visits your facility on an inspection and general getting acquaint tour. During the tour, they make the comment that the parts that are being designed should be in stainless steel instead of plain steel with enamel. What should you do? Authorize the change in design to your engineers. Continue with the present design. Speak to the visiting engineers and discuss having an informal meeting between your engineers and the visiting engineers. Ask the visiting engineers to submit a change proposal to the change system. Answer C is the correct choice. Speak to the visiting engineers and discuss having an informal meeting between your engineers and the visiting engineers. Question 9. Which of the following is the example of a conflict of interest? You are the fourth cousin of a vendor supplying parts to a project in your company. You are the owner of a company that is supplying parts to a project that you are managing. You receive a gift from a supplier of parts for your project. A supplier tells you sensitive information in confidence that it allows you to select another supplier for your project. Answer B is the correct choice. You are the owner of a company that is supplying parts to a project that you are managing. Question 10. You are the project manager for a large project that is completed on time and on budget. The customer and all the stakeholders are pleased with the results. As a direct result of the successful completion of the project, your manager approves a bonus $25,000 for you. There are 15 members of the project team. One of the people in the project team has been a very low contributor to the project. The other 14 have all been above standard. What should you do with the money? Keep the money yourself, you deserve it, and the manager gave it to you. Divide the money equally among all the team members. Ask the team members how they would divide the money. Divide the money equally among the team members except for the substandard team member. Answer C is a correct choice. Ask the team members how they would divide the money.